Okay, Ellen.
Okay, I'd ask everyone to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much, everybody, and thank you, Michelle, for taking care of us there. And could we have the roll call? I'll call the meeting to order, and could we have the roll call?
Mayor McNulty Ryan,
Present.
Executive Assistant Maggie Alex,
Present.
Trustee Files,
Present.
Trustee Jones absent, Trustee Bella Kapitsky,
Present.
Trustee McGivern,
Present.
Trustee Vieira absent, Trustee Johnson,
Present.
and Attorney Legnard.
Present.
Could I have a motion to excuse the absentee?
Make the motion.
Okay, I had Rachel and who was the other one? Barb?
Barb.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried. We have no public forum, but next month we will, because maybe we won't be playing Hollywood Squares. Next on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. Everyone has a copy. Does anyone have any corrections?
Nope. I didn't see any.
Sheila's just getting back to me. She will not be on. So, did someone make a motion to accept the?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Bob and
Bob
Gary, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried. And we have no communications?
None.
Okay. Next is appointments. We talked about this last month. Officer Bill Rice, Chief Parker is out presently right now. He can't do active duty. So Officer Bill Rice has been kind of the officer in charge, but we've been advised it would be best to appoint him to the acting police chief for the time until Chief Parker can come back. That way it's very clear what the chain of command is for everything. So does anyone have any questions or objections to that?
No.
If not, could I have a motion to appoint Officer Rice, the acting police chief?
I'll make the motion.
Rachel?
I'll second it.
Barb? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried. Next is the approval of claims. Everyone has a copy. Does anyone have any questions?
Nope.
If not, could I have a motion to pay the bills?
Make the motion.
Gary?
Second.
Barb? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried. Next is consideration of the monthly report of the treasurer. Everyone has a copy. Does anyone have any questions? If not, could I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
I'll make the motion.
Bob?
Second it.
Gary? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried. Next is on the agenda is the police activity report. Everyone has a copy. Could I have a motion to accept?
Make the motion.
Barb?
Second it.
Gary? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried. Next is the fire department report. Everyone has a copy. Could I have a motion to accept?
I'll make the motion.
Rachel?
I'll second it.
Gary? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried. Next is consideration of the monthly report of the Parking Violation Bureau. Everyone has a copy. Could I have a motion to accept?
Make the motion.
Barb?
I'll second it.
Bob? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried. Next is consideration of adjustments to the water and sewer billing. Everyone has a copy. Does anyone have any questions? If not,
Rather this month, isn't it? More so than.
yes, it is. And I think a lot of that has to do with COVID.
Ah.
And but the thing with the water and sewer bills is they can be applied. You can put a lien on the properties, correct, Mag?
That's correct. Yes, any unpaid water and sewer delinquent more than a year can then the following year gets re-levied onto the village tax bill.
Any other questions? If not, could I have a motion to make the adjustments?
Make the motion.
Barb,
Second it.
Gary, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried. Now, the next one is kind of funny. It's a motion to ratify accepting Sean Ward's retirement effective May 30th. Ann read his letter last month and we all talked about it and everything. And I forgot to say, could I have a motion to accept it? So we have to ask officially tonight if we could have a motion to accept Sean's resignation with regret.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Motion.
Barb,
I'll
you need a
second.
second. And Gary, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried. Next is consideration of setting a public hearing date to consider local law number 1 for 2021. This is, we talked about the zoning board, the updates that they've been doing, and we'd like to set, we had one public hearing for it, but we'd like to set a second public hearing for it and have it on July 19th, just before our next board meeting, where we'll have the public hearing and then we can vote on it that night if we want to do that. Joe, do you need to add anything to that, or is that good?
Nope, that's precise. That's good.
Always check with the attorney. So could I have a motion to set the update, the zoning code public hearing for Monday, July 19th at 6:20?
Make the motion.
Gary, Barb, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried. And as long as we're going to do public hearings, we have local law number 2 for 2021 pertaining to stop signs at an intersection. Maggie got a request over on the corner of John Street and Swan Street. Almost everybody kind of makes a stop there, but there's been a lot more traffic coming through there. And some of the neighbors have requested that there be a stop there because you also have 2 driveways coming out from homes that are there. So it wouldn't hurt to slow things down a little bit. So we'd like, but in order to do a local law like that, you have to have a public hearing. So we'd like to set a second public hearing for Monday, July 19th to follow the first public hearing. Could I have a motion?
Make the motion.
Okay, I got Bob and Barb. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried. Do we have any other business? Did I
No.
forget to vote on something like I did last month?
I hope not.
Board forum, I don't know if the board has anything they want to talk about.
Fireworks for 4th of July right around the corner. I remember there was a incident in which you were involved. Was it last year or the year before? COVID,
Oh, that was the year before.
was it the year before?
That was bad.
Okay.
Last year was a lot better.
Yeah. Well, I was a little shocked. I was pleased that in Rensselaer County and Albany County, you don't see those fireworks stands on every third corner. But I was up through Saratoga County the other day and I drove past half a dozen of them. So it's not that far of a ride for some here to get some.
No, and I'm not sure that they aren't going to have them here. Mag, do you know if the legislature actually passed anything against it, or it's just the week before?
They did pass it. The Albany County legislator did pass it.
Okay,
So they're no longer purchased in Albany County, but like Gary said, they're
Yeah.
easily,
The,
you just
the,
cross the border and.
the abuse that we're getting with people with fireworks isn't coming from those type of stands. Most of the stuff that's approved by the state is the ground type fireworks. What I think what mostly the stuff that's getting abused and giving us problems is the aerial type stuff, and that's being brought in from across the state. So I don't know how you go about handling that other than step police patrols and trying to have them being on the streets and trying to see what they can do to quell that a little bit during the holiday.
and unfortunately, it isn't just on the 4th of July.
No.
We're on our porch and they're doing it every night
Yeah,
right now in Troy. It's going out all night long.
Troy started June 1st, I think.
Yeah. So,
Didn't we put something into effect last year after the incidents the prior year about it? Is there anything we can do like locally about it? We can't ban them.
we already have things there that's saying it's not legal, but it's just a matter of, do you have enough manpower to go around and search every place and, so.
Can we at least get that sent out in broad blast, reminding people that,
Yeah,
I mean, maybe it'll stop one or two.
I agree with you and send it out. But the people that are doing that are not listening to our broad blast stuff.
Yeah, but if, like I said, even if it does away with one,
Well, you can't say we didn't send it out. So,
that's it. They can't say they didn't know.
right. So, Mag, I think Michelle's on here too someplace. Yeah, I still see her in there. So maybe you and Michelle can get something together and we can.
Absolutely. Yep, we'll work on that tomorrow.
Yes. Yep, no problem.
Thank you.
All right. And our concerts are going to start 2 weeks from Wednesday. So we hope to see some of you there. Maggie's got the whole recreation department all set up to start the Payne Street Park program. So that'll be good. And I just want to tell all of our board members, as sad as it was last month with Sean's retirement, Maggie is doing an outstanding job. She's got all her bases covered. She's doing great. I don't want to give her a big head. She'll want to raise. So it's like,
Could I
But
bring up
she's-
one other thing?
she really is doing an outstanding job.
I agree with you fully on that. I think I saw something on Facebook. Are Green Island residents, the kids allowed in the Watervliet pool this year? Did I see something where he was offering up passes?
Yes, and actually, we told them we weren't interested in doing that because we don't have any way to reciprocate on that. And I think it opens up a box of worms for Watervliet people who pay taxes over there, and then Green Island people get to go over and use the pool. So we can't reciprocate with anything on that because especially evenings, we have very strictly, it has to be Green Island residents in the park. It's the only way we can control violence and things that are going wrong. So
I agree with you. I was actually surprised to see
we're
it.
not changing on that. If they decide they want to let Green Island people go over and pay what Watervliet pays, that's up to them, but we don't have a mutual agreement
agree.
set up. Maggie, I was on vacation when Mayor Patricelli suggested it, and I told him when I got home, I'd talk to the team and see, and Maggie talked to him, but and his heart's in the right place, but I don't think he understood what she was saying. Would you say that's correct, Mag?
Yeah, that was just my concern that, we didn't have anything to offer Watervliet in return. It is what it is. We haven't advertised it on our end. It is out there. So if they do want to follow through with it, they'll do it on Watervliet's end. So,
Yep.
but we haven't
No
done it.
problem. Like I said, I was surprised to see it. And no, I don't think it should be reciprocal because we have, like you say, enough of our own issues.
Right.
So,
And our department did a good job. They brought in the sheriff's department to do IDs and everything. So I don't want to undo what we've worked very hard to establish and keep our kids in our village safe. So
Yep.
it is what it is.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, our next, Mag, do you have anything? Okay.
I don't, thank you.
Our next meeting will be Monday, July 19th. We will have 2 public hearings before we start our meeting. Could I have a motion to adjourn?
make the
Make the
motion.
motion.
I got Barb and Rachel, I think.
Yep.
All in favor?